This is the final video in this Subway Station 2 series, and here is the final scene. In the last video I textured the train here, and what I've done is I brought it in and I've just clicked the pieces together and sort of added sections along here. I made a couple of changes to the texture, nothing major, you'll see those in a moment. I also put the traffic lights up here, one facing the train coming in and one facing us so we could see them. They're also on the other side, and I've copied the train over to here. I modeled a couple of pieces of very simple luggage and just set up a couple of cameras. There's really not too much to shoot here. So I'm just going to show you some final renders of this thing and move on to another project. All right, so here are the renders. First render here, this is just done in Eevee with a little bit of post-processing. You can see the train in here. You can see a couple of other details on the train in some colors. I made the frames in black and the bars in black and that kind of thing, and put all these couple of things. I may have changed the color of the lights a little bit, but there you can see the general thing. So we got some posters here, we've got some graphics up there, we've got the luggage there, our stairs, and another poster there. We've got some benches in here and the trash. So that's 100% for that render there. Here's another view showing the train. I'm not super happy with the glass, but that's just the way that it turned out. But you can see the luggage there and the train, of course, and the traffic light and various other things in the scene. Going for sort of this computer game kind of look, not overly realistic, a little bit cartoony, hopefully a little bit like the Half-Life stuff. That was my goal anyhow. Okay, so there's the second render. And here's a third render showing some of the tracks and the bottom of the train. And this is at 100%. I'll zoom out in a bit. The traffic light and the train and then the luggage again. I made them all the same. I could have done variations, but I need to move on. I've got some other work to do. I'll just zoom out so you can get a sense of that. And here we have a render just sort of across the train station. The train there, you can see the bench and the stairs and all of that stuff there. My dog's barking in the background. There's the other traffic signal there. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for the Subway Station. It was a lot of fun to do this. It took us 7 or so videos to get to this point. I showed you most of the texturing, most of the modeling, so I think that was good that I did that, because sometimes I venture off on my own because doing the videos, it takes a lot of time as well. But anyways, I'm going to call that done, and I'm going to move on to other things. I do have a request list, and I've been asked to do a number of things, and I'm sort of working through it. Sometimes a request comes up again and again, and so I sort of shift that one more to the forefront and do that sooner, rather than maybe somebody wrote me a month or two ago and never got back to me, never requested it again, and maybe they've moved on and lost interest. So yeah, I will be back with more Substance Painter and Blender videos, and I hope you're enjoying them, and I really do appreciate your likes, your comments, and a number of you have come over to the Zero Bio Patreon as well, and I'm trying to provide some free stuff, but I'm also adding stuff for patrons. So for example, right now the luggage is available as a model with the texture. You could retexture it any way you want or change the model, so that's there. And I will be providing the scene as well to patrons if you want to pick through it and see what I've done, or use the train in your own scene, or use the wall panels or the floor, in your own scene. You're welcome to do that. All it takes is that, $10 a month or whatever, and I will just continue to populate the Patreon with more stuff as we move on. So thank you very much for all of that, and take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.